Hey guys, I'm Billy Claire and this is Lola. Today we're going to teach you how to train your dog to target. Targeting is a very useful and versatile behavior. You can teach your dog to do anything once they learn to target. Targeting is basically teaching your dog to touch a very specific body part to a specific location. We're going to start off using my hand, then a target stick, but you can progress to bells, light switches, cabinet doors, buttons, anything in the world. Once your dog learns to target, the possibilities are endless. Good sit, Lola. Good girl. So to start training my dog, Lola, to target, I'm going to find a location with very few distractions, if any at all. And I'm also going to keep her on lead so that she can't wander off and smell around the room. Since it's sometimes difficult to keep up with a lead, a clicker, and my treats, I'm going to drop the lead on the floor and just put my foot on it. That way she can't walk away. There's a behavior that helps us out a lot with this training process. It's known as novelty of stimulus. Anytime you put something new and exciting in front of the dog, they're going to check it out. Same thing with humans and shiny things. So I'm going to hold my hand behind me in the position with my 2 fingers extended, and I'm going to present it to Lola. Out of natural curiosity, she's going to lean towards my fingers. I'm going to wait until she touches my fingers with her nose, and I'm going to click and treat. So Lola had chosen to lie down, and even from the down position, she got up to check out what my fingers were doing, stuck out in front of her face. Lola, sit. I'm going to continue this process down level with her nose. Lola, sit. To keep it simple in the beginning. After each target, I'm going to put my hand back behind my back. So it's obvious Lola knows when she touches her nose to my fingers, she gets a click and a treat. I'm going to make it a little more difficult now and move my hand around in different positions and make her reach for it. If you noticed, I didn't click when she touched my hand the first time. She actually put her nose on my hand instead of the end of my fingers. I don't want her targeting anywhere on my arm. I want her targeting the end of my fingers. So I'm going to wait until she does that, until she offers that behavior. If she has trouble, you want to move your hand back behind your back and present it again. Lola is understanding the process of targeting, and I'm going to increase the difficulty. You want to do this very slowly and make sure your dog completely understands 100% what you're asking them before you add any difficulty or any distraction to the situation. I'm going to start moving my target around to teach Lola to follow the target. This is specifically useful in teaching a dog to get into a certain position, particularly the heel position at my left side. I'm going to do this in gradual steps, taking it really slowly to make sure the dog understands. Very good. Very good girl. Now Lola has followed my target from my right side over into the heel position on my left side. I can actually start to teach her to heel using targeting from this position. You simply use your target and ask her to move with it. When she touches, click and treat. Good girl. I now asked Lola to walk forward with me, moved her back with me, put her in a sit, a down, and back in a sit, all using targeting. Now to put targeting on cue, you select your cue, I'm going to use the word touch, and you say it right before your dog actually touches your targeting stick, target hand, whatever you're using. For example, touch. 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 The next step in the target training process is using a targeting stick. You can buy an actual target stick that was made for this, or you can use anything around the house. You can use a stick from the yard, anything at all. For the sake of you guys not having to go out and buy a whole lot of equipment to teach your dog to target, I'm going to show you how to do it with an old gift wrapping tube and a dog sock. So you don't want your dog to learn to target anywhere on the stick. You want them targeting the tip so that you can decide specifically what they target, be it like a light switch, a cabinet door, a button, etc. So in order to make the end of the stick more noticeable and exciting, I'm going to stick this sock on the very end. You want it to be small. You can put if you have a colored piece of duct tape and put that on the end. You can get a small tennis ball and cut it and stick it on the end. Anything that makes a noticeable difference between the tip and the rest of the stick. To start this process, I'm going to do just as I did with my hand. I'm going to place it behind me and then present it to the dog, click and treat. So put it back behind me, present it to Lola, and then click and treat. If she were to touch anywhere else on the tube, I wouldn't click. I would wait until her nose actually came in contact with the sock on the end. Now I want to cover if your dog is a little bit afraid of whatever object you use as your targeting stick, because it does happen. What you'll want to do is hold the stick high in your hand so that they don't get overwhelmed from the stick, and present it to them as so. Slowly let more and more of the stick out until they get used to it. If you have a dog that's not quite as confident as he needs to be, or if he doesn't like going up to new objects, using a targeting stick is a fantastic way to build his confidence and to make spooky, uneasy situations actually very exciting and positive for him. If Lola were afraid of the white wall, I could put my targeting stick on the wall. She's going to go over, target the end, because she knows a treat comes with targeting the end of the stick, and she's not going to pay attention to whatever spooky thing was out there. Our Poochie bells are a great example of how you can use targeting training for basic obedience. You can teach your dog to ring these bells when they want to go outside. So in order to teach this, you simply want to roll the bells up in your hand, because you've been using your hand for targeting thus far. And do the same exact thing, but with the bells in your hand. Present them in front of your dog. When she touches them, click and treat. Now, once your dog is good at that, to add difficulty and to teach the dog to target the bells, when you aren't holding them, extend them While still holding them, put them behind your back, present them to your dog. Be ready to click. Put them back behind your back and repeat. If your dog doesn't touch the bells with as much ferocity as Lola and they don't ring whenever they target them, simply hold off on your click until they continue pushing on them and eventually push on them hard enough to ring. The minute you hear the bell ring, click and treat. I waited there and got a much more purposeful ring of the bells. Sit. Using a targeting stick is awesome. You can teach your dog to do some really cool things. It greatens the length at which you can do things because it basically doubles the length of your arm. But teaching your dog to target your hand is also very beneficial because if you have a dog that's fearful, doesn't like crowds, likes to put their nose to the ground and smell and follow a scent off, you can keep them focused on you simply by putting your hand down, touch, and asking them to touch. You've got their focus back, they're back with you, excited about what you're about to do, touch, and not worried about all the distraction and all the crazy world that's going on around them. Now it's your turn. Give targeting a try. I promise you'll love it and your dog is going to have so much fun. I can't wait for you to see what your dog is capable of. Remember to take it super slow. Testing your dog is not training your dog. Take some video, post it to our page, and I'll give you some feedback. Good luck, guys.